I sat in my office in Limbe the other day. A minister, very popular, I will not call his name, with heavy TV channels, he strolled inside the office with 2 girls he has impregnated to come and confess. Yes, say, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. I said, I hear you, it's my department. I'm a father to rebels. That is who God made me, and you cannot kill me. I'm obedient to God. Because some of these young men are just operating in error, but there is something dangerous on their head. That they just need the right guidance, the right direction. And what will happen in the nation, you will not believe. Those are arrows that we need to sharpen them, shape them. Because in a construction site, 2 things happen. You are either molding blocks or shaping blocks. So I shape blocks. I don't mold blocks. I shape blocks. I don't mold blocks. I shape blocks. Yes, he molds block. I shape blocks. I don't mold block. Yes, we don't mold block. So you have all kinds of them. They are there. They have a mandate too, but they are going through the turbulence of the process. And so we need guiding hands or fathers to beat them and still hold them. Beat them and hold them. Beat them and hold them. They move with daughters. Introduce girlfriends to us. Say, meet my wife. And in the night, a wife and a husband start fighting. You begin to wonder. You have all of them scattered. That's why I said they are all running without wheels. All of them are running. But I believe that the prophetic and the apostolic office is not just to lead the church, but also to structure the church. So some of us have had the capacity to forbear. Yes, I have children I love so much, but they are rough. But the heart of the Father, we mold them and give them that platform. Because I was like that. I was very dangerous. Some people still feel I'm like that today. Very rugged, rude, arrogant. Who no one hear nothing. You no one tell me nothing. Yes, they put me in backbench in Full Gospel Church. I was preaching in the backbench. Whatever backbench, I was ministering in the backbench, disturbing the whole church. They restored me back after 2 Sundays. I don't see it. You people have not seen anything. We don't strong head. We don't strong head for church, and people feel that we are still like that. But I know that there is a generation. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Bible says a cripple was lame from his mother's womb. And the irony is he was being carried daily into the temple. The temple. It will be kept at the gate. And that gate is called Beautiful. So if gate can be beautiful, what about the temple? That is a problem with Cameroonians. We enter into our comfort zone so early. We sit in low places and begin to celebrate God. When you move to Nigeria, you see structures people are putting down. People you repented before, people you can pray better than. Why? Because it's a hungry and a thirsty generation. They are very curious and ambitious. And so God is taking advantage of that passion to expand the work through them. We will sit at the beautiful gate and we are just so confined to my 1.5-seater church. My 300 members. Drive your car, stay in a good house, and that is all. But there is a temple that others are entering. You are at the gate. There's a temple. You are at the gate and you are so confident, so relaxed. So I'm a father in this nation. I'm a father. You are at the gate though. People are passing you with entitlement and entering into the temple. You are at the gate. Crippled. The church in Cameroon, we need strength. 2 things that cripple needed to enter into the temple. Number 1, he needed money to enter into the temple because there was a temple tax for him to pay. The same type that embarrassed Jesus, that he had to send people to go back to their calling, to remove money from the mouth of a fish. He needed money to pay as access to enter into the temple. That's the first. And then number 2, he needed his legs. He couldn't enter there because the temple forbidded cripples. They were considered unclean to have access into the temple. So how can you interpret that when you desperately need to enter somewhere but you are not qualified to be there? You don't have the necessary accessories to be accepted into your place of destiny. One was supposed to be done by God because his crippled state, he needed by the miracle. Only God could do that. But he also needed money. So the one that he could do as a human being, he began to do it and allow the rest for God. He changed his strategy, began to beg for alms instead of begging for money. Alms is money with a definition. It's even from money to eat. Alms is you wanting to release a cassette and you don't have the money. You solicit for funds. There is security in that kind of begging. Because when you release that music, you sell it, there's money inside. That's begging for alms. You understand what I'm saying? It's investment. So he stopped begging for money to eat, because if he consumes, Bible says, give bread to the eater and seed to the sower. So he stopped begging for bread and started begging for seeds. Because if he was eating everything, where will he have the money to have access into the temple? So he changed his strategy. He began to beg for alms. He went to the civil status, went to the municipality, got himself registered as a legitimate beggar, and they gave him a coat that gave him legitimacy to have access on the central business districts, such as the Beautiful Gate. Because if you are not registered, you are not well positioned to beg for money. So he was legitimately authorized by the municipality to be at the Beautiful Gate, because that is where those that are mighty in the society have access. That temple had different porches, but that Beautiful Gate was like the honors door where rich people are passing. So if he needed money, he went to where he would find it. Some of you are selling rubber in the wilderness instead of water. He went to where there will be money. He stood there. And friends will carry you every day. You can imagine. How can I have friends who carry me and keep me at the temple, and then they enter into the temple and allow me there? Is it normal? That is a challenge. Some of you, you are so connected but not supported. You are looking up to people who don't want you to go up. If I check your phone, you have numbers of ministers, governors, but you cannot pay rents. That is who this cripple was. How can you have such capacious friends and they accept you in their fold as a beggar? Why didn't they sit for a meeting to do something about the destiny of that person? But they were carrying him faithfully. They keep him at the gate. And some of you who call those people friends. If they are your friends, why are you not where they are? If truly they are your friends, why are you not where they are? They come every morning. They carry you to a drinking spot, buy you soya for 2,000, give you drinks for 50,000. But when you hash any project that needs them to put money, they fold their hands, because it's going to emancipate you from their clutches of dependency. And don't forget, only babies are carried, not adults. How can a man be carried daily? It's not normal. That is the state of the Cameroonian church. Carried. We don't have our legs. That is why our speed has been affected. That's why we are not advancing, because the legs are crippled. And whoever carries you, your strength and advancement is dependent upon his willingness, number one, and his strength, number two. And there is no being of a human being that will consciously carry you to be more than him. It's impossible. So he said those were his friends. They would carry him every morning. They put him at the gate, and then they enter into the temple. And he was begging. So were they among those who gave him the money? No. If you were that rich, you would have changed his job and said, no, we can't accept our friend to be humiliated like this. Sit in the house. We'll do something about your destiny. So sometimes some people are behaving around you like rats. They are blowing your leg. You feel they are friends, but they are cutting off your toes. When they put you there, they go and mock. And because they are mocking that state, that is why they don't want to do something about it. That is what they are using to have an edge over you. That is why they cannot help you. Because you are mates. That's the spirit of the survivor of the fittest. Yes, crustacea. There were many of my friends who were very comfortable when I was in low places. But when God started lifting me, old friends became new enemies. They got tired of pretending and they had to manifest their real nature. That is when I understood why they were around me. You were a comfortable companion. They use you as an errand boy. When they are around, you show up. Say, this one. But when God began to lift me up, my own schedule too began to occupy my time. I began to see worth and dignity in myself as a human being. So when they come again, I call them on phone. It became a problem. So sometimes it's not because Joseph had coat of many colors. Those his brothers also had it when they were about his age. The annoyance sometimes is because you too have had it. You understand? Yes. They are not jealous of you because you have what they don't have. They are angry because you too have now had it. So you are now beginning to balance up to the things they used to have as edge over you. Yes. So that is how that thing is. Because of that survivor of the fittest. When you were trekking, you were their very good friend. They will break and carry you, put you in front seat. They give you a lift. They're my big friends. But now that you two have your own car, they get angry. Why? Because one. That is the nature of humanity. Yes. So when I was turning around like a small boy, preaching, running around them, oh friends, this,